Mere feet from where the Georgia Dome stood and the Falcons played for a quarter century. We're looking at the team's home since the 2017 season, Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Here's Harrison Mevis to get this one started. And we're underway in Atlanta. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Ritter. That's brought in by Mooney. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 29 yards. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They put Mooney in motion right. 1st and 10, and around to Robinson. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory. Good run, gets him 7. That brings up 2nd and 3.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Running in the red zone. All the way, that's an Atlanta touchdown! The Falcons take a 6-0 lead right away. Extra point by Q is up and good. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Q all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Return starts at the 3. And this drive will start inside the 25. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. Back to 60. Buffalo 18.
Off the play fake, he's going to throw. He gets a lot behind one. They connect on the deep shot. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down. Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. Catch is made down the right sideline. This play goes for 36. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Following that last play, want to keep that pedal down. 1st and 10 from the 45. They send the tight end in motion. First carry of the game for the rookie out of Oklahoma. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
He sends this one to the end zone. And oh, he got it! Interception!
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Ready up.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Ready.
Now he'll throw off the play fake. That one's complete right side. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
39-yard line.
19 Tiger.
Back now, pressure on its way. Pitts brings it in. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Every tight end worth his salt wanted this. Really craved man-to-man coverage. The best of them, give me man-to-man coverage, and I'm going to beat you. I was around Dallas Clark and Indy, one of the best. You play man-to-man, he's going to find a way to out-leverage you, separate from you, and make a play just as that tight end did.
Now Ritter heaves this one for the back of the end zone. That's much too high and out of the end zone, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now it's second down.
You know, a couple of my favorite nicknames, Kate, over the last decade in football, the Legion of Boom, obviously out in Seattle. But how about the no-fly zone that was cooking in Denver? That right there, that is a no-fly zone, trying to make the play in the end zone, and a beautiful job by the defender to knock it away.
The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That one's incomplete over the middle.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down.
Here we go, here we go.
Throwing it again here. He brings it in. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
65 cat. Check go.
Third down give to Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
They throw it out quick to the left. Touchdown, Atlanta. Koo on now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Falcons drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
You spring a big gain like that, Kate, on the interior, 9 times out of 10, that O-line decisively won their matchup with the big fellas up front. They got those pads down. They created leverage, and they opened up that running lane.
They go play action on first. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They have second down behind the sticks. And that's incomplete. We've got a flag down, and there was contact, but is this going to go against the offense? Well, no gain on the play, just fine for the defense, so they're going to decline the flag and let that play stand. Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's on the move. The lateral goes haywire. Live ball. And they scoop it up. They can still run with it. Wow, this has been a rough sequence for them starting out. First the interception, and now almost giving it away again on the fumble.
Yeah, Coach's going to have to get everybody around the campfire and get this thing figured out, because through all the years and all the styles of play, we know one thing, Kate. Turnover margin in the NFL is the biggest indicator of winning and losing.
A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's second. They're down to their final one in this half. Jacksonville in punt formation. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. Fair catch, hauled in at the 18-yard line. That punt goes unanswered, no return there. And the Falcons will have plenty of work to do on their next drive. They'll get this drive started, 1st and 10.
Go! Panther 11, Panther 11, Mustang 19. Set go.
Ritter to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable, and creates space to take that shot downfield.
On second down, Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. No gain on second down, and they need 2 here on third.
Chances of stalling this drive defensively seem bleak, but how about now? Look at those odds changing, Kate. Still not great, but you could feel a little momentum on their side. Maybe they can muster it up and get back-to-back stops.
3rd and just 2 to go.
Go!
Another carry for Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Here we go, here we go. Cowboy 80.
Trying to push this past the marker. Arrives at the 40. As this play goes out of bounds, all eyes turn to that flag on the field. So even with the head start being offsides, they give up the home run swing as the offense quickly declines that penalty. They got him to bite and jump off sides. It's a rare thing to see that actually work, and it gives them this 1st and 10. Into the hands of Pitts. He's forward, gets a couple of yards. It was Andre Sisco who hauled him down there.
60 bison, 60 bison.
It's 2nd and 8
Come
at the Jaguars' 26-yard line.
60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Track at 60.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Jukes out a one-stop. Pick up a few as he heads out of bounds. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
Kind of like that punt returner, Kate, that's just looking for that lane to run. This guy just couldn't find it. Defenders beat him to the spot, left him to try and cut back, or simply take it out of bounds like he just did.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. Back to throw now, it's Ritter. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. They gain 14 on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing here, Ritter. Chased out to his right. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, that throw just got away from the quarterback a little bit. I'll tell you this. I do love the escapability. I mean, it is such a key in today's game of football, really at any level. Some tough circumstances, though, to try and complete that one down the field.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Escapes the pocket. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Falcons take a 20-zip lead. Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons stretch their lead to 21. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Fielded at the 7. They pull out the reverse. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Roll, roll, roll. Let's go now.
Here's the handoff. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Best run games in this league at balance. Can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Pass play now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Bronk. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
3rd and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Fourth down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. And he'll get under this one and make the fair catch at the 19-yard line. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates.
Ritter setting up to throw. Gets everything he has under this throw. That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Hope you weren't settled in to call a long drive there, partner, because only took him a matter of seconds to go all 80 yards and hit pay dirt.
Are you kidding me? I love big plays just like everybody in the building loves big plays, and it took all of them. The guys up front doing their job, and certainly the playmakers to finish it.
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons grow their lead yet again. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Jaguar 1st down.
That's the kind of run that shows he's trying to take some stress off the passing game to provide big plays. What a great help to that side of an offense when the ground game can deliver chunk plays too.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he drives into a pile of defenders and is stopped right at the line. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Takes the handoff, now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up, they're able to drop it. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Third down from the gun. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he doesn't slide down, and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. And they're going for this. Escapes out to the left. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. And they make the tackle. I'm not sure that was an advisable gamble in this spot, Brock, as they turn it over on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Just before halftime, we get a timeout, take it. So they send him out for a field goal, and they don't get much longer than this. This from the right hash and a considerable distance. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. So we finished 2 quarters. A couple more to come after this short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports after this. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
Young Wei Koo to kick off for Atlanta.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him.
We don't always know what's said there at halftime, Kate, in the locker room. Some of the adjustments offensively and defensively, but I can assure you the special teams coach pulled his kick return team aside and said, listen, we have a chance here down double digits to spark this game. Let's go out and get a great return to set the offense up for success. And that's exactly what they did.
The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10.
Let's go. Unlock line. Unlock.
Now a give left side.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Get up. 79 Bronco. Warrior 70.
From the 37. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
On the move, headed right. He's running for it. And he goes out, just needed one more step to reach midfield. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Pass play on 1st and 10. Completed over the middle. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And he's brought down for a loss. Working quickly here.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
18 Cardinal. Come 19.
They bring their tight end left. Shotgun now on 3rd down. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And he takes this one back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running the back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one right down the middle. And the Falcons continue piling on to this lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20.
At their own 24-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. Flush down out to his left. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he protects himself with a slide there after a decent gain.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide to practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. As that'll leave them with just 2 to use the rest of the way. 2nd and 3 now.
Go!
From the 31. Short pass brought in. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Play action on first down. Getting out to... This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs. But not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons get it back after making their third first-half interception.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Staying with Robinson. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Stopped by Foye Oluokun. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
That is teaching tape for a linebacker. Read, react, and finish.
The kick by Lutz is good. And the lead continues to grow and grow.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field. That's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Back to the well again. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down, but instead they move the chains, And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Another carry for him. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty.
Let's go now.
Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's the Jags football, but here in the 4th, that lead likely too much to overcome. So now here's 3rd and 5. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll be brought down after getting it to the 47-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
Back-to-back carries here. And they stop him after a good run that takes him down inside the 40. Good rip on first down. That brings up 2nd and 2.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Up the middle they go with Bigsby. What a hit! He gets flattened to the ground. No gain on 2nd down, and they need 2 here on 3rd. Running it now out of the gun. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
First and 10 now from the 30. They give it to him, and they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs. It gets the better defenses in this league.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. Just 1 yard on the carry, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. Plowing up the middle. He manages a gain of 8 there. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
Calm, cool, collected from this offense. Love to see it. No tunnel vision on what down it was. Just focused on executing the play in front of them.
On first down, they'll run. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Even though that run did not net them a first down, I can promise you this, Kate. I promise you. I know how it works. They're going to circle that one. They're going to remember that one. And when they need some key yards on the ground, they'll come back to that call later.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he drives this forward to the 6. A gain of 3, and now they're going to be able to plan for 1st and goal.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
And in a rarity today, he's stopped at the line of scrimmage. Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning. They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal.
Let's go.
Bigsby. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know they say it any time he comes up in an interview, but they appreciate having him on this defense so much, Kate, because of plays like that one. Those are great instincts. It takes instincts and want to come up and run support, and not many corners can make that stop.
Mevis able to knock it through. And Brock, I'd say that's more of a moral victory than something that's really going to affect the deficit much.
After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
Harrison Davis to kick off.
Mevis ready to send this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back. And this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect a timeout coming any moment now.
They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
They'll go to a knee, and that defense can only stop the clock 2 more times.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Falcons earn the win in this one. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. So for my partner, Brock Heward, and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott, saying this has been the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody. A well-earned win for the Falcons as we say goodbye from Atlanta.